Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Papa Shrimp Aquatics. This one's going to be on my punks that I have, and I've been noticing some interesting behavior. So check it out. These little punks change, and they're pretty cool. I fell in love with them at the store. I didn't know what I was getting when I got them, but I really liked them, so I got them. They're Neolamprologus Caudopunctatus. Yeah, Neolamprologus Caudopunctatus. That's the scientific name for them, I guess. They're from Lake Tanganyika, and they come from hard 7.8 to 8.8 water, ranging from 75 to 84 degrees on surface temperature. I keep mine at 76 at about 7.6 pH. Seems to be working out pretty good. This guy is the male. I just love the coloration on him, but I'll tell you more about it and how I know about the male. Here he is checking out the female, and they've been kind of paired up, and they get a little change right there. He just did it, and it's a sign of them being a little anxious. I took out a bunch of rocks I had in this tank about 2 weeks ago and got rid of all the guppy grass, except for that one little sprig. Ever since then, these guys have been spending a lot of time together and being a little more protective, and they seem to be a lot more on guard. And I'll show you what I mean when you see the third one that they've been keeping at bay. He's kind of just paying attention to everything going on in the tank. He's checking out the female, making sure she's checking stuff out, but he's not really aggressive towards her. It's just, saying, hey. And they make this color change from what I've seen and read when they get anxious. I had it too zoomed in, so it got a little slow here. You see how they have the third one up there in that corner. He's real protective. She's watching the other way, and this is where he starts making the change. And this is pretty cool. That nose down is when they're at their most anxious or frightened. You'll see in the back top left corner, female, she changes too. So they both are pretty much paired up and working together and anxious about something. I believe it's this female up here, the third one, that they just really don't want in the tank at all. It's been kind of strange that they've done this because they weren't like that before. They all three hung out. But look at that. The eyes, they change to a dark bluish. Those stripes get pretty dark. The female's eyes change too. She doesn't get quite as dark on the stripage. Just beautiful fish. Then they got a lot of personality. Look at how the blue looks on her eyes back there when she's normal. It's so pretty. I'm not sure. I'm trying to study up as much as I can, but you see that hill? That's not a hill. It used to be a shell sticking up, kind of like that one right there on the bottom left. They spent a lot of time in and out of that shell, and then they covered it up with sand, and now it looks like a hill. So I'm not sure if that's where the eggs are, because I really don't know. This guy favors this front part of the tank, always has, because ever since he put him in there, that plant right there has been his area. So he's got little caves hidden underneath both sides on the rocks that he's dug up, and he stays on guard of this area all the time. Always has. Only one he's hung out with in this side of the tank has been the female that's back there. That's kind of what I'm seeing so far, and why I'm thinking that I got a fry coming. It's really cool to watch. These are pretty fish. Normally pretty peaceful, but I think because fry may be coming, I might have to pull out that third one. I'm not sure, but it looks like the poor girl's been stressed too much. You see how he just really gets aggressive up there in the front part of the tank? And it's usually right before he's going to show some aggression towards the one up top, or because the female's in the area and he likes to keep the female closer to the back. I'm not sure. Maybe they're protecting fry, maybe they're not. Funny thing is, I already recorded all of this audio and then, realized that I didn't hit record. So this is my second time through, so maybe it's going to come out a little bit better. Who knows? You see him getting all worked up again. She's paying attention in her area. When he gets near the front of the tank where he knows the third one is hanging out. I really don't know if anybody's got any suggestions. What you think, let me know. I don't want this fish to end up jumping out or pretty much getting so stressed that she ends up dying. Because when I first got these, I had 4, and I think there were 3 females, or 2 and 2. One of them got taken out, even with all the hiding spots. That's why I had put so much hiding spots in there. I really wanted to give them a little bit more open space to swim and I noticed they were digging their own holes and hiding spots, so I wanted to give them the opportunity to, dig out their little holes. They're not really shell dwellers, but they're opportunistic shell dwellers. I guess that's what they say or call it. That's basically what I got going. If you got any comments, suggestions, please let me know if you know anything. Like I said earlier, I mentioned how I know this is a male. It's hard to get a good shot. I'm trying to get the right angle, but you see the yellow coloration on the tip of the tail fin. That yellow coloration and stripe is only apparent in the males. And I think even when they're young, they have it. That's why it's been real hard to sex these, especially when I had 4 of them. I couldn't really tell other than I knew this one was male. You could see the yellow line, and he was pretty much steadfast at the front of the tank, protecting his area since day 1. I believe as they mature, they're going to get a little bit more blue on the bottom fins like they have now. There's a blue tint, and those spots on the tail are also going to get a little bit more distinction and coloration. I'm not really sure. If anybody knows, again, please let me know, because it's hard to find information. Anyways, thanks for checking out my channel. Thanks for hanging out with me. Subscribe, like, and don't forget to share. Papa Shrimp Aquatics. It's Papa Shrimp out. See you next time.